Hello, welcome to Dual Credit U.S. History B, Unit 5. Like I always say, this is super cool stuff, and it's kind of from the Cold War to now. And so if you're interested in more modern history, this is the unit for you, obviously. Okay, and there's lots of super interesting stuff in here. All right, so. First of all, we're doing a focus note on lesson 21, which has to do with going to the moon. Okay, and I think that this is a lot of fun. First of all, I found a video and it talks about the moon landing being a hoax, which I do not believe that it was. I think that it really happened. However, when I was in college, I wrote a paper about the moon landing being a hoax. And it was super fun to write because I didn't take it too seriously and because I really don't believe that the moon landing is a hoax. Anyway, but it was a super fun paper to write. So here there are some reasons in the video, and I want you to find the reasons and tell me why they are false. And then I want you to highlight words that are unfamiliar in green, highlight a question that is the most applicable in blue. Make sure that you do step 2 and 3, guys, because if you don't, the highest score you're going to get is 60%, and we don't want that, okay? So then for step 4, I need you to tell me, why do you think the moon landing had to happen at this time? Do you believe that it was a hoax or real? Why? And then I want you to tell me, how did it help to end the Cold War? Okay, put those together. There you go. Discussion post. Boom, bada bing. Anyway, super cool stuff. Okay, now this one is a little bit more serious, but still super fun, and it talks about the Reagan Revolution. And I found this article about here. I will pull it up, about the person who wrote the speech for Reagan to speak at the Berlin Wall that said, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." You've probably seen it before. Hopefully, it's a super famous. It's a super famous speech, and it just goes through like what all happened in order for that to happen. And anyway, I found this in Reader's Digest a long time ago, and I thought it was super interesting because I'm a dork like that. Okay. So I want you to answer these questions. Tell me about a word that is unfamiliar, a question that is important to you, and tell me the definition. Tell me why you think the question is important. And do you agree that the speech needed to be made? Was it a bold move? Why or why not? And how do you think that you would feel in the same place as the speech writer? Would you go for the speech or shy away from it? So it was a really bold. It was a thing that he saw that needed to happen. And anyway, super interesting. Okay, now your project for this unit is the Bloodiest Century project. This is a project that is a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun, okay? And the idea is that the 20th century is described as the bloodiest century ever, okay? Um, and, we've got from 1900 to 1999, there were a lot of wars that happened in this period, okay? What I want you to do is make me a presentation using Google Slides about why this century is the bloodiest century ever known, okay? Um, do 3 examples of things that happened in the 20th century that make it the bloodiest century in the history of the human race. Now, what I'm talking about is battles, okay? Don't talk about don't talk about the don't talk about money problems. Don't talk about stuff like that, okay? What I want is battles, okay? And don't talk about an entire war, because you can't be specific enough to make it interesting, okay? So they needed to be battles that the United States was involved in. It needs to have 6 to 8 substantial sentences and a picture associated with each paragraph. So in your first paragraph, you're going to do your introduction, and then you're going to do 3 battles with pictures, and then at the end you're going to do a conclusion, and then you need to do your works cited in MLA format. Okay. Please don't use Wikipedia as a source, but there are some great websites at the bottom that have great stuff on them, so start there. All right, so that's kind of an outline of how it should look, and there is your grading rubric. I have some sources that you might want to look at there, and anyway, some good stuff. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.